This week's video is sponsored by Avi Salem, Le'ila Nishmas, Aaron Ben Shmuel. In this week's Parshas Terumah, HaKadosh Baruch Hu commands Moshe Rabbeinu on the building of the Mishkan. And he says to collect from Klal Yisrael all the gold, the silver, the copper, all the materials needed to build the Mishkan. And the pasuk says, "V'yichli truma," you should take for me truma, for Hashem. Me'es kol ish asher yidvenu libay, from anyone that wants to donate from his heart. Tichu es trumasi, you should take my truma. And I was speaking to Rav Nosson Burstein from Eretz Yisrael last year, and he showed me this vart in the Shlah inside. And he said, the Shlah asks, why is it that the beginning of the pasuk says, "V'yichli truma," you should take from me truma, from your possessions, which connotes Klal Yisrael owns this gold, silver, and has to give tzedakah to the Mishkan from their own wealth. But at the end of the pasuk it says, "Tichu es truma," you should take my truma. That means it's Hashem's. So who owns it, Klal Yisrael or Hashem? Says the Shlah HaKadosh something fascinating. This is what happened. There really wasn't enough gold in the entire Klal Yisrael from what they took out of Mitzrayim to build the Mishkan. Other Mefarshim say not like that, but the Shlah HaKadosh says this. And really there wouldn't have been enough. But each Yid came to the collectors with his sack of gold, wanting to donate it. And he'd give a krecht, he would say, "Oi!" And the collector would say, "What, are you so stingy? You can't part with your gold? You have to let out such a groan?" And he would say, "No, I'm not groaning or giving a krecht because I don't want to part with my gold. It's because I wish I could give more. I wish I had more to give. Really, this is all my limited possessions. But I wish I had 10 times as much, so I could give 20 times as much or 30 times as much. I wish I had more." Says the Shlah, that's the pshat of the pasuk. The yichli truma, you should take for me truma from your own possessions, whatever you have, limited on this world, in this midbar, whatever you brought with you, give what you can. Me'es kol ish asher yidvenu libay, from every man that really wanted to donate with his pure heart and soul. He wanted to give more, but he just didn't have. What can I do? I don't have. Tichu es trumasi, take from my truma. Zok the Shlah, in his own words, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu was the first Raise It matching campaign. How so? Because when they came to the storehouses of gold after they collected everything and started counting it up, they had much, much, much more than what they started with. Because every Yid that said, "I wanted to give 5 times as much," but couldn't, HaKadosh Baruch Hu filled in that 5 times as much. A Yid that said, "I wanted 10 times as much to give," HaKadosh Baruch Hu filled it in. A Yid that said 100 times, Hashem would fill that in. Whatever Asher Yidvenu Libay, whatever his heart desired to give. Isn't that fascinating? Chazal say, "Eina bracha shoira ella me'esuma min ayin." Bracha, blessing, is only found in something that's hidden from the eye. Once all the storehouses was complete, and now they went and collected it and counted it up after, it was so much more gold than they imagined. It expanded miraculously that Hashem b'nisim added to the gold for the Mishkan from his own truma, tichu as trumasi. There are so many Raise It matching campaigns out there in Klal Yisrael for every moisid and every institution, every yeshiva. And for some reason, yet they still always somehow make their goal. They announce $1 million, $10 million, $5 million campaigns, and we have matchers, we have Raise It's. And I have never heard of one institution ever saying, "Oh, we didn't make our goal, so we're going to give back all the money. Our matchers aren't matching." No, every single one makes it. How? HaKadosh Baruch Hu makes it physically possible for Klal Yisrael to have enough money to give and give and give. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu finds a way that every moisid is able to continue with their avodas hakodesh by getting enough funds in order to do it. What a beautiful thing. This started from the Melechus and Mishkan. So Klal Yisrael, keep giving, keep growing, keep steiging, keep learning, and keep doing the best you can, because that's all Hashem wants from us. Have a beautiful Shabbos.